where Scotty is tipping our favourite in Promising.
For the second leg of the quaddie. Close to a start. Red light is on. Away and racing now from the 1,000 and getting away nicely, Promising nearer the inside. Away well was HAIDA, GWAII. Lost Gravity, Military Power against the outside fence. Trying to come over is Magnique. Looks to be still 2 or 3 lengths off the leaders as they come down after about 400 metres. Chino La Diva in Kraken Time is getting onto the back of Promising, but is very keen. So they come down with about 700 to go. HAIDA, GWAII's against the outside fence just in front. Earth God Promising's under a good hold from O'Donnell. Just behind them is Magnique and Lucy starting to come through. Kraken Time in the orange colours. Then Chino La Diva. Military Powers trying to get between them near the outside fence from Lost Gravity. And also Empress of India. HAIDA, GWAII though going strongly inside the 250 and broke right away from them. Military Power, Kraken Time, Lost Gravity's on the outside, but it's HAIDA, GWAII well clear. A brilliant sprinting performance by HAIDA, GWAII, racing right away from Lost Gravity and Military Power, and HAIDA, GWAII won by 1 3/4 Lost Gravity, 2 lengths Military Power. Empress of India got home nicely, a half length away fourth. They got away from Earth God, and further back in the field was Magnique, Kraken Time. They both didn't come on. Then Chino La Diva, and tailing off Promising first up has finished a long last. HAIDA, GWAII 6:20 and 2:20. It's got out to number 9. Loves the straight course and has bolted away from Lost Gravity, has run well into second at a price, and Military Power also at a decent each way quote into third. 6:20, 2:20 for HAIDA, GWAII. Looked the winner a long way out. Lost Gravity at 3:30 and Military Power at 2:80. Empress of India did well to finish fourth after settling last. Kraken Time over raced early and didn't look all that comfortable. Magnique as well. Maybe didn't handle the ground, and Promising dropped right out after being up there. It was under a good hold, but just didn't let down at all. And Sean eases Promising down over the final 100 metres, and Chino La Diva was just out sprinted and finished tailed off. Earth God finished probably about midfield, so it wasn't too bad from Earth God. 5th, in fact, out of the 9 runners. So we'll head downstairs to Lockie there after a superb sprinting performance by Michael Lane's HAIDA, GWAII.
Thanks, Rich. Back-to-back wins for Michael Lane's 3-year-old filly in HAIDA, GWAII. Really stylish performance down the 1,000-metre straight here at Pinjarra Park. And once again, he combines with Brad Parnham, who continues to ride plenty of winners. I'll make my way over towards Michael Lane for a word after the winner of HAIDA, GWAII. A stylish performance here to make it back-to-back wins. Laney, congratulations on the win. She's deep into her preparation, but you certainly wouldn't know it off that performance.
No, as you can see, she holds the condition very well. She doesn't take a lot of training, so she's a happy horse, and we just keep her happy and keep her rolling through, I think.
Is she an out-and-out 1,000-metre horse, or do you still have that eagerness in your mind to eventually stretch her out to 11 or 1,200 metres?
Yeah, probably 11. In my mind, that she's 1,000. Sort of Brad thought she could probably get to 12. I'm not quite sure of that one, but look, I think she does like finding the top, that's for sure. She probably gets a bit too keen if she's got to sit in behind him, so maybe if she got to 12 and she got the front and got her own way, she might get the 12.
As I said, she's deep into her preparation, but how do you now balance that with the fact that clearly she handles this rain-affected going?
Yeah, like I said, she does very well at home. We're pretty lucky we got a little property there. We can put her out the paddock and we can, keep her happy. She's a very easy-going horse to train. She's a pleasure to train, so that'll hold her in good stead to give her a few more starts.
Can 6 Shooter win the last?
Off a bit of a break again. Yeah, I don't know. He'll go well, but maybe the heavy track might get him today.
Well done here, and good luck later today.
All right, cheers.
There's Michael Lane after the winner of HAIDA, GWAII. She makes it back-to-back wins for Michael Lane, Brad Parnham and the McCrosty family. Really nice win, leading all the way up along the outside fence, Scott. An interesting insight from Michael Lane. In his opinion, he believes that she might just be a better filly when she's out in front doing her own thing, and it'd be hard to argue off the back of that performance.
Well, it certainly would. If you think about her victories this time in, she sat in the breeze outside of Lucky I Am, 2 very speedy fillies first up. She was then been able to beat the older horses here in a Class 1 when she led it like she did today against the outside running rail, simply too quick for them. And then when she won last start at Bunbury, again, she led. So it seems as though every time that she's crossed or she has to forced into the role of just sitting in behind the speed, she just over races and brings herself undone. So as she is at the moment, really does enjoy just finding the front and freewheeling out in front. And when you've got a high cruising speed like that, we saw this exact same thing here just recently, or in fact last week, we saw it with Desert Whisper. When you've got a very speedy filly, why not just allow them to run, and why not pick the eyes out of the programming and keep them to the 1,000?
Exactly right. They're rare commodities, these 3-year-old 1,000-metre fillies, when they can find the front and roll them along. And it's just an added bonus that they handle the wet going, especially when we're only just hitting the beginning of winter, really. So it's still going to be wet over the next 2 or 3 months here at Belmont Park and at Pinjarra Park, I should say. Perhaps not at Belmont Park, not for the next 6 weeks or so. But HAIDA GWAII, she's going to be a fun filly for Michael Lane and the McCrosty family. Brad Parnham, he's just weighing in inside, but here he is, catching up with Scotty after the second leg of a double and his second win in a row aboard HAIDA GWAII.
Well, that's 6 starts this preparation for HAIDA GWAII. She's won her last 2, Bradley, and as Laney was saying, she just likes to roll along at a really high cruising speed.
Yeah, that's right. I think you just got to go with her. She sets a good tempo, but she seems to be strong late too, so it's probably her asset really is to be able to sort of get running like that and get a few off the bit. And yeah, she did it really easy today.
That's how she won last start at Bunbury, but that today was even more impressive.
Yeah, it was. I mean, maybe she likes the track, but yeah, definitely was never sort of worried at any stage. So yeah, it was a really good win.
What sort of chance do you give Ginger Baker in the Strickland of causing an upset?
Oh, look, I hope for the best, really. I mean, I rode him last year in the Strickland and he ran 3rd. He ran a nice cheeky race, so look, if he's up to his best, he's going to be about the place. Probably need everything to go away, but he can be there.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
There's Brad Parnham, he boots home the second leg of a double. This time he combines with Michael Lane and a HAIDA GWAII to take out race 6 here at Pinjarra Park.